Have you ever felt that your wisdom or experience isn't being heard? Or maybe you've been in situations where you felt the need to prove you know it all, only to find that it backfired? What if I told you that sometimes the smartest thing you can do is pretend to know less? It might sound strange, but in today's video, I'm going to show you how feigning ignorance can be your secret weapon for building stronger relationships, gaining respect, and creating a space for personal growth, especially as we age. Throughout this video, we'll explore why pretending to be less knowledgeable can actually help you become more emotionally intelligent, gain respect from the younger generation, and even allow you to thrive in a world dominated by rapid technological advancements. You'll learn how humility can unlock learning opportunities, enhance your emotional well-being, and help you navigate difficult situations with grace. By the end of this video, you'll understand how to use this approach strategically in everyday interactions, whether it's with family, colleagues, or even in social settings. You'll discover how to foster deeper connections with younger people, avoid unnecessary conflicts, and maintain a sense of dignity while still growing and learning. This is a must-watch if you want to approach life with a fresh perspective and continue evolving, no matter your age. Stay tuned because what you'll learn today could change the way you approach relationships and personal growth for the rest of your life. If you are not subscribed, I recommend subscribing and activating the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. Situation 1. Interacting with the younger generation. As we move forward in life and enter the later stages of our years, one of the most powerful and eye-opening lessons we come to understand is the importance of humility, especially when interacting with the younger generation. There is something truly humbling about recognizing that each age group, no matter how much younger, carries a unique and invaluable perspective. The younger generation is full of ambition, boundless energy, and a fierce desire to prove themselves to the world. They approach life with a fresh sense of enthusiasm, often driven by the need to carve out their own space and make a difference. Their dreams, their ideals, their goals. All of it is new, untapped, and bursting with possibility. It's easy to feel like we've seen it all, but in truth, their experiences and outlooks can be just as valuable and worthy of our attention. I've often found that the very act of acknowledging their different path, not as a challenge to our wisdom but as an opportunity for exchange, is what truly builds understanding and connection. As we grow older, one of the most meaningful things we can do is practice stepping back and allowing them to speak freely, without interruption, and to trust in their perspective. Sometimes, pretending not to know everything or allowing ourselves to appear less knowledgeable can be an incredibly effective way to break down barriers. It encourages an atmosphere where respect and mutual understanding thrive. This doesn't mean we should ignore our life experience, but rather approach the interaction with open-mindedness and patience, showing that we value their voice just as much as our own. There's beauty in seeing their world through their eyes, and in doing so, we also find the chance to relive some of the hopes and excitement we once felt in our youth. At the same time, we offer them the invaluable gift of wisdom, not through lectures or unsolicited advice, but through quiet support and genuine listening. We must realize that by respecting their ambition and letting them lead in their way, we are, in essence, helping them shape the future with the lessons we've learned from the past. This exchange, rooted in humility and open-heartedness, truly bridges the generational gap in the most meaningful way. Situation 2. Sharing wisdom without imposing it. It may feel a bit odd at first, even counterintuitive, to consider stepping back and allowing younger individuals to take the lead in a conversation, but there is something truly profound in doing so. By letting them feel as though they are teaching you, you're not only deepening your connection with them but also opening up an opportunity for their personal growth. It's an act that fosters confidence and competence in a way that no amount of advice or lectures can. I have found that when we engage with younger generations, there is this deep-rooted desire within us to share everything we've learned, our wisdom, our mistakes, and the hard-earned lessons we've gathered over the years. But here's the thing. If we aren't careful, our attempts to impart that knowledge can come across as condescending or even overbearing. When we present ourselves as the expert, the one who knows everything, we may unintentionally make them feel inferior. It's an emotional disconnection, one that can build walls instead of breaking them down. I've seen it happen before, where the weight of unsolicited advice or the certainty that we know better leaves the younger person feeling small, insignificant, or even ashamed. It's not something we ever intend, but it's a powerful reminder of how our approach can impact others. Now, imagine if we let go of the need to be the knower all the time. When we ask questions, truly asked with genuine curiosity, or perhaps even feign ignorance about certain aspects of their world, it's as if we open the door to a new kind of relationship. One where they are given the space to be the teacher. It's a quiet yet deeply empowering gesture. By taking a step back, we allow them to step forward. It becomes their moment to shine, to feel that sense of pride and accomplishment in sharing what they know. And in those moments, we give them the gift of autonomy, the gift of leadership in their own right. It's a beautiful thing to witness this exchange of power, this mutual growth, where both sides walk away feeling richer, more connected, and more understood. It's not about diminishing your wisdom, but about honoring the power of their voice and their experiences. We may have years of experience with them, but they bring a fresh perspective, new energy, and unique insights that we might be overlooking. In this subtle, humble exchange, we all become students of life together, and that's where the magic happens. Situation 3. Pretending to be less knowledgeable in technology. In today's fast-paced world, where technology evolves faster than we can blink, it's incredibly easy to feel like you're falling behind, especially if you're older. There's this overwhelming sensation that you're being left in the dust, as if technology is a race that you never signed up for. And honestly, it's hard not to feel that way. Technology isn't just a tool we use anymore. It's become an invisible thread that weaves its way into everything. It's the way we communicate, the way we work, and the way we live our daily lives. But for many older individuals, this ever-changing landscape can feel like an impenetrable foreign language, one that we're simply too out of touch to understand. Gadgets, apps, and software that seem so intuitive to younger generations often leave us feeling confused, frustrated, and, at times, even alienated. Yet, there's a powerful strategy in choosing to admit, even momentarily, that we aren't as tech-savvy as we may appear. It may sound counterintuitive, but pretending to be less knowledgeable can be surprisingly empowering. When we openly admit that we don't know it all, it not only takes the weight off our shoulders but also invites others, especially younger people, to step in and guide us. It's not about playing the fool or pretending to be clueless. It's about creating a space where we can learn without fear of judgment. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. This approach shifts the power dynamic and opens up the possibility for deeper, more meaningful connections with those around us. There's humility in recognizing that we don't have all the answers, and that humility can be a gateway to incredible growth. After all, technology is like an ever-expanding universe. It's constantly evolving, with something new around every corner. Even if we feel like we have a handle on the basics, there's always something else to explore, always another layer to peel back. By admitting that we don't know it all, we position ourselves as learners, willing, eager, and open to discovering the incredible things that the digital world has to offer. I truly believe that embracing our vulnerability in this way is not a weakness but a strength. It shows courage to ask for help and to embrace the unknown with an open heart. It's through these moments of humility that we can find true connection with others, allowing us to bridge the generational gap and turn the overwhelming into something truly empowering. Situation 4. Managing emotional confrontations. As we journey through life and age gracefully, we begin to accumulate a profound understanding of the intricate web of human emotions and relationships. Our hearts have weathered countless storms, felt the sting of loss, basked in moments of pure joy, and navigated the twists and turns of conflicts, reconciliation, and growth. These experiences, each one unique and deeply personal, have shaped us in ways we could never fully explain, imbuing us with a wisdom that can only come from living through the ups and downs of life. Yet, as we gain this depth of understanding, there are times when we may mistakenly feel as though we've mastered the art of emotional intelligence. But even with all the lessons we've learned, there will be moments when the best course of action in the face of an emotional confrontation is to, quite simply, pretend to be less emotionally involved or even unaware of the underlying tensions. It's essential to clarify that this approach is not about avoiding conflict or suppressing the emotions that naturally arise within us. It's not about bottling up our true feelings and pretending we don't care. No, it's about exercising a certain level of restraint, something that is often more difficult than it sounds, and choosing not to engage in battles that, in the grand scheme of things, may ultimately serve no meaningful purpose. Emotional confrontations, those charged moments where raw feelings are laid bare, are often driven by intense emotions. Whether it's the sharp sting of anger, the heavy weight of frustration, or the aching bitterness of hurt, these feelings can cloud judgment and fuel reactions that are far from constructive. I've learned, often the hard way, that in these moments, those around us, particularly the younger ones who are still trying to navigate their emotional worlds, might be seeking something from us. They might crave validation for their feelings, desperate for someone to acknowledge their pain or frustration. Or perhaps they may try to provoke a reaction from us, hoping to draw us into the emotional turmoil they are grappling with. In those moments, we have a choice. We can react with the same fiery intensity, matching their anger or frustration with our own, and in doing so, make the storm even worse. Or we can choose the path of wisdom, recognizing that escalating the situation will only fan the flames higher, leaving both parties feeling more hurt and misunderstood. From the vantage point of someone who has lived through decades of emotional trials and triumphs, it becomes so much clearer that the key to managing such confrontations often lies in our response, or rather, our decision not to respond with the same intensity. Choosing to remain calm, to hold back just enough, to refuse to be dragged into the emotional chaos is not a sign of weakness but of strength. It's a powerful act of self-control, one that requires immense emotional resilience. In the end, sometimes, the best way to protect our peace and preserve our relationships is by stepping back and refusing to engage in a battle that will not heal the wounds but will only deepen them. This strategy is a gentle reminder that we, with our years of experience and the wisdom we've accumulated, have learned that the best solution to many emotional confrontations is not to fight fire with fear but to quietly choose the peace of silence or the gentleness of a response that reflects the wisdom of our years. The younger generations may not understand this right away, but as we continue to navigate these emotional moments with grace and thoughtfulness, we give them a model for how to handle conflict with emotional maturity. It's a subtle yet powerful gift that we can give to the world simply by choosing not to engage in every emotional battle we encounter. Situation 5. Allowing others to lead. As we journey through life and age, one of the most profound and sometimes challenging shifts we encounter is the change in our role within our social circles, our families, and even our professional lives. At one time, we may have been the center of attention, the one everyone turned to for guidance, answers, and leadership. But as the years go by, we may find ourselves transitioning into the background, watching others step up and take the reins. Initially, this can feel like a painful loss, as though our purpose or significance is fading. It can stir up emotions of doubt, perhaps even insecurity, as we question whether our contributions are still needed, if our wisdom still holds value, or if we are simply being left behind in the rush of life's constant progression. However, there's an incredible and often underappreciated power in allowing others to lead, especially in situations where we have a wealth of experience to offer. It's not about stepping back because we have nothing left to give. On the contrary, it's about recognizing that our value lies not just in leading but also in creating space for others to step forward. In those moments when we hold back, perhaps by feigning less experience or expertise, we are not diminishing ourselves. We are fostering an environment in which others are empowered to rise. It might be a quiet gesture, one that allows someone else to voice their ideas or take charge of a conversation. But in that small act, we create a safe space for growth, learning, and self-expression. I believe there is a deep emotional fulfillment in this process, an unspoken sense of pride that comes from seeing others flourish because we gave them a chance. There's something beautiful in watching someone step into their own, perhaps for the first time, with the confidence that they can handle the responsibility. Its legacy of empowerment is passed down not just through words but through actions. The wisdom we've accumulated over the years is not only meant to be shared but also meant to nurture the next generation of thinkers, leaders, and doers. By stepping aside when appropriate, we give them the freedom to express themselves, make mistakes, and ultimately grow. In allowing others to lead, we're not losing our importance or purpose. Instead, we're expanding the circle of influence, creating a ripple effect of growth and mutual understanding. We are, in a way, helping others grow into the leaders they're meant to be while also enriching our own lives with new perspectives and experiences. It's a gift that keeps on giving, creating a dynamic of collaboration and shared wisdom that brings meaning and joy to both the giver and the receiver. Situation 6. Avoiding the trap of becoming stagnant. As we grow older and accumulate a priceless wealth of experience, wisdom, and life lessons, there's an undeniable urge within us to share that knowledge. It's almost as if we feel a deep responsibility to impart the lessons we've learned, particularly to younger individuals who might benefit from our insights. We've lived through trials and tribulations, made mistakes, learned from them, and ultimately emerged wiser. Surely, sharing this wisdom would be a gift to those who are still figuring things out, right? The desire to help, to guide, and to ensure that others don't make the same mistakes we did is driven by genuine care. However, what I've come to realize, and what I think many of us forget from time to time, is that sharing our wisdom can sometimes have unintended consequences if we aren't mindful of how we do it. There's a delicate balance to strike. If we are too forceful in asserting our knowledge, if we rush to offer solutions or dominate the conversation with our life lessons, we risk making the people around us feel small or inadequate. Even if that is not our intention, our actions can come across as condescending or dismissive of our thoughts and experiences. And I've seen this happen time and time again, especially with younger generations. They are, naturally, eager to prove themselves. They want to show the world that they are capable, independent, and competent. In the age of social media and fast-paced digital communication, self-assertion has become a key part of how many young people see themselves. When we come in ready to offer advice or solutions, it can inadvertently feel like we're undermining their ability to figure things out on their own. When this happens, they may retreat into silence, holding back their thoughts or ideas out of fear of being dismissed or overshadowed. This, I've learned, isn't just about conversation. It's about their emotional well-being and self-esteem. Imagine how many brilliant ideas go unspoken simply because someone felt like they weren't given the space to express themselves. How many young people shrink back from contributing to conversation because they feel their voices aren't valued? It's heart-wrenching to think about, but it happens more often than we realize. That's where humility can make all the difference. Instead of trying to be the expert in every situation, I've learned that sometimes the best way to share wisdom is by stepping back and letting others take the lead. Pretending, just a little bit, that we don't have all the answers or that we're open to learning from others can be incredibly empowering. It's not about diminishing our knowledge or pretending we don't have anything valuable to offer. Rather, it's about creating a safe, welcoming space for others to step forward and express their ideas without fear of judgment. There's an undeniable beauty in humility. It's not about downplaying who we are or the experiences we've had, but rather, it's about recognizing that everyone has something worth sharing. And sometimes, those voices, especially the quieter ones, need to be heard the most. This act of humility can have a profound, lasting impact on others. When we allow space for people, particularly younger individuals, to speak up, share their ideas, and engage with the topic at hand, we create an environment where they feel seen and heard. We validate their thoughts, no matter how small or insignificant they may seem. And let me tell you, the difference it makes in their confidence and self-esteem is immeasurable. It's like a light is turned on inside them, sparking a sense of pride and ownership in their ideas. That spark, in turn, often encourages others to do the same. By stepping back, we're not only helping the other person feel empowered, but we're also strengthening our emotional connection with them. This kind of genuine, open interaction fosters trust, respect, and understanding. In the end, it benefits everyone. When people are given a chance to share their expertise and perspectives, they are more likely to feel a deeper sense of value in themselves. It's a beautiful cycle, one that strengthens relationships, builds confidence, and fosters a culture of mutual respect. I can't help but think about how crucial this lesson is, not just for the younger generation but for all of us, no matter our age. We all want to be heard. We all want to feel that what we have to say matters. And sometimes, the best way to do that is by listening first, creating room for others to shine. It's humbling, yes, but in my heart, I truly believe it's one of the most selfless and profound ways we can contribute to the growth and success of others, and ultimately, to our growth as well. It's in these moments of quiet humility that we often learn the most, both about the world and about ourselves. Situation 7. Recognizing that there is always more to learn. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. As we navigate over time, we accumulate a wealth of experiences and knowledge, each one contributing to the fabric of who we are. The lessons we've learned, whether through triumph, failure, heartbreak, or joy, gradually shape our understanding of life and offer us a sense of expertise in various areas. With each year, we collect more stories, more insights, and more moments that help us become more attuned to the world around us. And yet, despite all the wisdom and life experience we gather, it's essential to acknowledge a powerful yet humbling truth. There is always more to learn. This realization, though it can feel unsettling at first, is one of the most profound gifts we can give ourselves. There are so many layers to the world, so many areas where our understanding is still incomplete. Whether it's the ever-changing nature of technology, the complexities of human relationships, or the vast unknowns of the universe itself, there will always be something new to explore, something we haven't encountered yet, or a perspective we've yet to consider. The beauty lies in this constant evolution, where even the most seasoned individuals still have room to grow, adapt, and learn. This acknowledgement is not a weakness, but rather a sign of emotional and intellectual strength. It's so easy, especially as we age, to want to appear confident and knowledgeable, to maintain an image that says, "I've seen it all, I know it all." The pressure to appear invulnerable and all-knowing can sometimes be overwhelming, especially in a world that often values certainty over curiosity. But the truth is, it is the recognition of our abilities that can set us free. Admitting that we don't know everything isn't a failure. It's an invitation to grow, to be vulnerable, and to open ourselves up to new experiences and ideas. The moment we stop pretending to have all the answers is the moment we become more open, more compassionate, and more genuinely curious. We permit ourselves to listen, to learn from others, and to ask questions without fear of judgment. Imagine the freedom that comes from not having to maintain the image of being an expert in every situation. Instead of feeling pressured to have everything figured out, we can embrace the mystery of life, allowing our curiosity to guide us toward greater wisdom. Moreover, acknowledging our lack of expertise in certain areas can create a deeper connection with others. When we let go of the need to impress or outshine, we create space for authentic conversations and meaningful exchanges. The beauty of life is that we are never truly alone in our pursuit of knowledge. Every person we meet has their own unique experiences and insights to offer, and when we humbly recognize that we don't know everything, we open the door to receiving these gifts of wisdom from others. By acknowledging what we don't know, we free ourselves from the confines of pride and allow others to teach us in ways we never imagined. This practice of openness and humility also provides us with the freedom to truly engage with the world around us. We no longer feel the weight of having to be an expert on every topic or to have an answer for every problem. Instead, we approach each situation with a sense of wonder, eager to learn and grow. It's as if we take off the armor of perfectionism and allow ourselves to be vulnerable, allowing room for others to step in and share their knowledge, experiences, and insights. It's a beautiful exchange that enriches not just our own lives, but the lives of those we interact with. Ultimately, the realization that there is always more to learn isn't just about acquiring knowledge. It's about embracing the beauty of life itself. It's about recognizing that every day presents new growth opportunities, that every conversation has the potential to teach us something valuable, and that the journey of learning never truly ends. The more we embrace this, the more we can approach life with open hearts and minds, free from the burden of pretending to know everything. It's in this space of curiosity and humility that we find the truest sense of fulfillment. By continually evolving, by remaining open to change, and by accepting that the greatest wisdom lies not in having all the answers but in the willingness to seek them. As we wrap up today's journey through the idea that there is always more to learn, I hope you feel inspired by the truth that no matter how much we know, there's always room to grow. Each day offers us a chance to learn something new, embrace curiosity, and recognize that it's okay not to have all the answers. What matters is our willingness to be vulnerable, to seek knowledge, and to open ourselves up to the wisdom of those around us. So let me ask you, what have you learned so far from this conversation? What is one thing you're ready to bring into your life to practice moving forward? I would love to hear your thoughts. Please leave a comment below and share with us one powerful insight you're going to carry with you. If you enjoyed this video and found it valuable, please don't forget to leave your comment, like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more insightful content. Thank you for watching, and remember, there's always more to discover. See you in the next video.